Hello, my tryers, get shotguns out, and the new DLC E3 Zombies map trailer has just come out, and the map is called... Okay, Blendale, just go fuck yourself. Not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call it Stalingrad, because that's what it is. It's fucking Stalingrad. And this map actually looks pretty cool. However, I do have some worries about this map, which I will get into in a later video, maybe later on in the week. But right now, I'm going to be telling you guys 15 things that you guys should know about this map. If you guys don't know about this map, well, the things I'm about to tell you about the map, well, then you guys will be informed. Now, the stuff that's speculation on my part, I will be telling you. However, the stuff that is concrete, I will obviously imply, okay, this is what we see. However, some stuff will be obviously speculation. But there are 15 things you guys should know about Stalingrad. The zombies map, not the actual event, because that kind of messed up if we just made a video talking about. I would need to figure out how to say this name. Moving on. So the first thing that we see in the trailer that really pops out to me is the new zombie boss. Now this new zombie boss kind of looks like Brutus if he was born in Russia. He's got dual wielding sickles on his arm, which leads me to speculate that the sickle will be replacing the Bowie knife, which would make sense. In a Russian map like Call of the Dead, the sickle replaced the Bowie knife. So because we're going to be in fucking Stalingrad, you don't get any more Russian than that. I figure that the sickle will be replacing the Bowie knife. Next thing we got is mountable turrets. We have never seen this in zombies before, to my knowledge. We may have, and I may have forgot about it, but mountable turrets were actually meant to be in Call of Duty World at War. If you guys don't know, all the LMGs in World at War had bipods on them, and it was kind of meant for us to be able to put them on the sandbags of the barriers and then be able to shoot down. However, it was really glitchy, kind of messed up, so Treyarch inevitably took it out. However, we see that we will now be able to use these again in the new map. Possibly this could be a trap. Maybe you pay some money and you get this amount of time on it or something, or maybe they actually added an MG42 or an LMG with the bipod you can do this with. Personally, I think that's a lesser possibility, because zombies, they always take assets from multiplayer to make their lives easier when they're creating the maps, and by assets I mean like gun assets. Obviously they make the actual map assets from probably the ground up, because zombie maps take forever to make. So, yeah. So personally, I think this is going to be like a trap. I don't think we'll be getting any mountable turrets, because they'd have to implement a whole new bipod system. They have to implement a whole new freaking system to how it won't be glitchy like it was in World at War. It would just be a whole mess. But I think this is going to be a pretty cool trap. Next up is pretty obvious. Electro Traps will be returning. We saw it in the Raygun MK3. I don't think we saw it in Zetsubu no Shima. I'm not really sure about it. However, we will be seeing electrical traps, and kind of dull, personally. I personally think they should add some new traps, which they actually did, which I'll be getting to later into the video. Next up that we see some new electrical zombies. Now, personally, what I think these are going to do, I think they're going to give you the shock charge effect. What's going to happen is when you hit them, or if they hit you, they will give you an electric shock effect similar to what the Panzer Soldat did in the Raygun MK3. Now, obviously, I do not know if this is going to be the dog round or not. I personally don't think it is. I think it's going to be similar to how when that drop pod fell down in the trailer. I'm going to show you guys in pictures. And by the way, these are all picture slideshows, because I ain't about to be copyrighted. And if there are no pictures here, that means Activision came down and fucked me in the booty hole. So, oh yeah, so that'll explain if you guys aren't seeing pictures right now, but hopefully you will be. So yeah, so I personally think that these drop pods are going to be the reason why these zombies turn electrical. Maybe when they fall down at a certain round, they'll electrocute the zombies, and if they get zapped by that, then they'll turn into those electrical ones. Or maybe just something that spawns from the boss zombie. I don't know. All I hope is that it's something special and it's not something common like we saw in Exo Zombies, because honestly, those zombies were fucking annoying as shit. Next up is dragons. Not even gonna fucking touch on this one. I have my own problems with this, what I'll be talking about in later videos, but dragons. What the fuck is this? Fucking Skyrim. Next up, we see some new drones flying around, which are kinda out of the ordinary, but then again, zombies, so everything's out of the ordinary. And these I believe to be the new dog rounds. A lot of people think that it's not going to be the new dog round. Other people think it is. I think it is, because you guys notice when Nikolai or whoever the hell is shooting then with the Argus, we notice that the background is full of blue fog, and blue fog is sort of like the kind of staple to any kind of extra dog route or some fog in general. The map gets darker or like foggier or whatever the hell the word is for it. So I personally think this means that we are going to be seeing these new drones as the new sort of hellhounds. Next up, the zombie shield has a brand new effect to it. It unleashes this green smoke cloud thing. I have no idea what this could do. It might damage the zombies, I don't know, but I think it's going to be replacing the rocket effect. So the rocket shield will not be returning, unfortunately, even though I really did like the rocket shield. It was really kind of fun, but it's understandable. I mean, we didn't get in Zetsubu, so now we have something a little bit different here for fucking Stalingrad. I need to learn how to say this fucking name. I mean, honestly, this name's fucking... Next up, we see a snippet of the new specialist weapon we'll be getting in Zombies. And you guys might be wondering, how do you know this isn't a new wonder weapon? Well, that's because every specialist weapon has gotten some aspects from the specialists in multiplayer. Now, obviously in Zetsubu the skull didn't. I think Zetsubu was probably the most original one with the specialist, was having that skull. It was a pretty nice skull, I'm not gonna lie. However, I'm pretty sure the wonder weapon did take aspects from the Hive. I personally think that the wonder weapons outside of obviously the Giant and Shadows of Evil have actually been pretty lazy on their parts because it's all just aspects of specialists. We don't see anything new, which is another problem I'm having with zombies, which I will stay in a video later. But I'm trying not to make this video all negative. But basically, if you guys see the clip, he basically charges at him similar to how a specialist Ripper would just lock onto the zombies. So this new punch probably will rip through zombies. Maybe it'll have an area of effect. I don't know, but all I know is it is a specialist. I'm saying that's concrete right now. I'm telling you it's a specialist, and it's gonna be based on the Ripper. Next up is we got the floor flop trap, and that's literally what I called it. It's not the actual name, I'm just gonna call it that. It's similar to how there was that thing in Call of the Dead that flopped you over to the other side of the map from the boat to the lighthouse. So I'm just gonna call it the flop trap, and it's not like the flogger from Shinonuma, but it's kind of like it. It doesn't have the same area effect, and maybe it'll launch you up. Who knows? But it's a new trap. All new traps come good, even though I rarely use the traps. I really rarely use the trap. Next up, the NX Shadow Claw has been taking some fucking steroids. We see that they now have explosive shots, which I fucking love. And why couldn't this be a multiplayer? Now, yes, obviously dual wielding would be kind of OP. However, this is awesome. They added some more weapons in Zombies, and I'm so glad they did, because honestly, there's not a lot of weapons in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and any new weapons, I'm up for. I'm ready. Also, what we've seen is that we saw the FFAR included in the box, so that is an upside to that. It's a little bit of a minor thing, but again, any new weapon is recommended. Like, we'll accept any weapons. And now some big ones. Raygun MK3 is dual wielded. If you guys can see from this clip, and this clip, technically they're pictures, but these two pictures, we see that Dempsey is holding it and actually shoots it a little bit. However, the way he's holding it as if it was a dual wielding weapon. And also you see from the picture from it in the box, you kind of see the same weapon behind it as sort of a staple for any dual wielding weapons in Zombies or even multiplayer. Hell, actually no, I think it's just in Zombies. But Raygun MK3, we've all kind of saw it coming, and I think it's gonna be fun. I believe this is the wonder weapon to the map. I believe it is, and this is what I like when Treyarch takes time to add in some new wonder weapons, maybe even add their own kind of specialists to them, like they did in Zetsubu no But this new Raygun, hopefully, it's just not a reskinned Raygun Mark II or not a reskin wave gun, because if it is, I'm going to be very disappointed. And now, the big one that everyone has been talking about, the PPSH is returning. Now, Treyarch, we do not want this thing nerfed. We want this thing to be just like how it was in World at War. Fucking bad ass. That's what we want it to be. Now, obviously, unfortunately, I have not been graced to play with the PPSH in World at War, however, I do know what I've heard, and I have seen gameplay like with the PPSH, and it's safe to say the PPSH is one of the best weapons in zombies. Has to be in like a top 5 or something. And honestly, everyone's glad to see this back. However, Treyarch, let's not nerf it. Let's keep it the way it is, and just, I mean, you made a whole little thing with Dempsey saying hoorah with it. You can't muck this up. You obviously know the fans love this weapon. And I hope you're not thinking we love it just because of how the weapon looks. We love it because of what it does. And the weapon looks pretty nice too. But the PPSH is returning. Next up, we're almost done, boys. We have the green light that dropped from the pod. Now, I noticed this when I was going through the trailer like my 5th time. And this may be imply that the pods will have separate locations, and we might need to find the pods for something different. I just wanted to point this out because, well, A, I needed 15 things, and B, because, well, 13 things just wouldn't sound as cool. And I guess C, because, well, it's a nice notable thing, and maybe it will have some importance. And then the last thing was a big stretch. This isn't really concrete, however, it is a nice little snippet. Now, people have been saying that they've been seeing some new perks, as in one new perk. Now, I looked around the trailer, I could not find it for the life of me. Maybe my eyes are not just that good. So I found a video of it, and I'm going to be linking it to you in the description below. So click on that video. The guy will explain it to you what the new perk looks like. Well, it doesn't really look like anything because we see a very small snippet of it. But I personally think if we do get a new perk, which we should, it should be fireproof. Because if we're going to have fucking dragons going around shooting fire breath at us, I believe it should be sort of like PhD Flopper, however, added the effect of fireproof. Maybe it'll just be called fireproof. Who knows? Think of something, Treyarch. So yeah, those are 15 things that you guys should know about the new DLC 3 map, which I'm going to be calling Stalingrad, or at least until Eddie inevitably shows me how to say the name, because he's basically been my translator for all of the frickin' zombie maps. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Guys, like the new channel, hit the like and subscribe, and also I'm going to have a second upload today, and it's going to be a pretty nice upload for those of you who are fans of the TV show The Walking Dead. So stay tuned for that for later tonight. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.